G'day folks, well here is the report from the third and final sea leaning phase of this first turn on the AM turn of the 6th of June. Let's start out here with Sword Beach. Sword is looking good, on the beach at least. The biggest problem is poor demolition engineer rolls. I lost my entire stack of demolition engineers that arrived, and I'm rolling poorly here. As a result, we only have 3 gaps blown out of 12. But you look at the beach, and everything's looking okay. Our commandos are doing a good job of clearing out the static points and coastal batteries. This is a bit of a standoff, I think. You can see there are basically no Germans along the beach here. So things can land. Our units can land. Our reinforcements can land. Having trouble flipping these units. I don't know what our leader's doing all the way out there. Should be back here. This is the only guy we've got. He needs a 1 to unflip, to unpin. And all these reinforcements need to roll for drift. But the beach is secure, so look, it's going to be a slow grind up to that gaps blown number. I suspect it'll be probably another whole 3 points out of 3 sea landing phases isn't great, but the situation on the beaches is okay. If we look over at Juno Beach, we eliminated a strong point here. We got pretty lucky with our landings. I think most units, maybe we lost this stack out here, but everything landed in strength here, which led us, and the Germans didn't get their small arms fire. They didn't get effective small arms fire off, or at least they didn't get enough. And we launched a decent attack on that strong point, killed it off, didn't advance. This gives us an opportunity just to rest. I succeeded, I think it was Foster succeeded in his unpinning roll, which then unpins these 3 stacks of units. I think they're still pinned out on the left, so Blackadder failed. But things looking good on the beaches of Juno. The engineers, you'll notice these guys were lost as well, but the other 3 sub-beaches are doing okay. We need to get to gaps blown 20. We're not even halfway there yet. So again, struggling with my gap rolls over here. Out on Gold Beach, extended this gap just a little bit. Again, not moving through it, giving us a moment to consolidate. Germans struggled with their small arms fire, succeeded out here on the left, but we had enough units landing successfully to attack this position, thus broadening the gap. And I think we passed our unpinning check here as well. We're also getting some decent DPs landing, and we're just over halfway in terms of gaps blown, 11 of 20 needed. So things certainly looking better on Gold Beach. Out at Omaha, it is a bit of a mixed story. Sorry, those Germans in the centre there should be unpinned now. I should also note the naval bombardments are being very largely ineffective. They managed to pin that unit there, but it's pointless unless you pin both units. So you can see, I guess I'm trying to roll through the gaps. We did get very lucky with our unpinning roll. Colonel Taylor here rolled a 1, unpinned all these units, which I really desperately need. I think I failed in the attack here, lost a company, and these units being forced to pin to prevent them from having to attack all these very strong German positions. In terms of gaps, we are up to, what are we on now? 10, 17, 18, 19, 23 of 45 needed. So more than halfway there, just on the first AM turn. We've lost some more naval units. And on Utah Beach, things are going very well. You can see just broadening that gap, moving up and down the beaches. eliminated. I think this may have been a strong point here. I think no, or maybe it's a resistance nest. But getting our engineer, but 3 engineer companies here, and they work very well against the strong points. They give us column shifts basically. So yeah, an elimination here, elimination there. No unpinning. We did lose some units, also not lost, but some units. The stack was pinned here, so there's a big stack here. Most of those units are pinned, but that's about it. Failed my unpinning roll, but we have enough healthy units here to advance up the beach. So things looking really good, except for, of course, our demolition points. We lost both 2 rolls of 6. Means that this is what we've got for demolition engineers. 4 and 4, and again, slow progress. I thought this would be a sure thing, but I didn't count on 2 rolls. No, they don't roll. They don't roll. That's a mistake. What am I thinking? They don't roll for landing. They just land. So that should be a lot higher. I'll need to recalculate that. I was rolling for drift for some reason on Utah. But yeah, so that's the story of Utah. Everything progressing. There are struggles, really struggling with demolition engineers, struggling with some of these strong points out in the right flank of Omaha. And again, I'm always struggling out in the right flanks of these beaches in the center, but yeah, making very slow progress and confident that things will progress smoothly.